Good morning.
Good morning, students. How are you?
Fine.
Good morning, ma'am. I am fine. How are you?
I'm also very good, beta. Did you people work on the project work that I told you? Did you yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. So you haven't messaged me, Nihit? Who said yes? I haven't received many messages from this class. Only 2 students, I believe, have messaged me what they're going to do, what they have planned. Now, children, many of you have joined, so let's begin the class. In the last class, we completed the previous chapter, right? Chapter 13, the major rivers of India.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there is a message. Ma'am, I have, what is it? Let me read. Ma'am, I have do not do classes from last Sunday. Ma'am, I have fever, so I
Excuse
cannot
me,
attend
ma'am.
my class. Ma'am, my work is not done. Okay, Shiv Jolly, no problem. You're going to get this work. Now that you are fine, you can attend your classes, beta. Yes. Who is saying
Excuse
what?
me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, you got my presentation, Harsh Agarwal.
Yes, yes. That is what I'm saying. Not many students, just 1 or 2 students have showed me, have shown me what they're going to do. All right. So everybody now open up chapter number 14 of your books. The Northern Mountains. Page number 90, chapter number 14. And along with opening your books, everybody open your videos as well. I want to see each one's face. Ritikesh, Harsh, Nihit, Riddhi Agarwal, Shaurya, Avika, Lakshay, Shiv Jolly. Everybody. Let me see in how many seconds everybody is putting the videos on so that we can begin the class. I will not begin the class till I'll not see everyone's face. Children, you are delaying the class unnecessarily. You are making me waste so much time. Everybody put your videos on. Riddhi Agarwal, yes, good. Noel Sahai, Nihit Agarwal, Harsh Agarwal, Everybody,
morning.
good morning to all of you. Everybody put your videos on, beta, so that we can begin. We'll begin the
Okay,
class.
ma'am.
Very good, Harsh. Okay, so who is going to read first? Who is going to read first? Apurva. Let's start from Apurva.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Harsh.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta, say.
Ma'am, I want to ask that you will make groups on this class on.
Beta, I'll message you on WhatsApp. I'll tell you the group.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Yes.
I will tell you who all are there in
and
one
ma'am, we have
group
to
on
make
your
that.
WhatsApp class group. Okay? Yes.
Ma'am, I have not done
Okay,
this
ma'am.
one.
And ma'am, we have to make and may
I
and
go
ma'am,
to
we
out
have to
of
make
station. So
another presentation.
Why another presentation? You have made your presentation, that's all. Your part is done. Now only your presentation is going to get
Okay.
clubbed in the complete project. Okay?
ma'am, I have not done
Okay, ma'am.
one work.
Yes, now who is saying what? What confusion is there? Tell me. Anybody wants to ask anything?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I have not done this.
You have not done what? I can't see from so far. What haven't you done?
Ma'am, work.
Chapter 13. You have not done chapter 13.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to get the work on your class group and then you can do it from there. Or beta, I have already shared. Okay, I'll tell somebody to share the work with you. Okay, you'll get the pics.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, Apurva,
you, ma'am.
let's begin.
The Northern Mountains. We have learned that the Himalayas stretch from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast of India. It is the highest mountain range in the world. The Himalayas consist of three parallel mountain ranges: the Himadri, the Himachal, and the Shivalik.
Very nice.
Importance of the
Very nice, very nice. Beta, that's it. Now, another person, Avika Agarwal. Read out the same paragraph, beta. And children, again, your videos are off. Why so? Everybody put your videos on.
We have learned that the Himalayas stretch from Jammu and Kashmir
Beta, it's
in
stretch.
the north.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. In the north to Arunachal Pradesh. In the northeast of consists of three parallel mountain ranges.
Beta, what are you reading? Avika, what are you reading? You have missed one line from between. In the northeast of India. This is the line. The next line begins from the word India.
The northeast of India.
Yes.
It is the highest mountain range in the world. The Himalayas consist of three parallel mountain ranges: the Himadri, the Himachal, and the
Shivaliks. Okay. So children, now we read that Himalayas. Where do Himalayas start from? They start from the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And up till where do they stretch?
Ma'am,
Starting from Jammu and Kashmir, they move up till the northeast side, that is till Arunachal Pradesh. So Himalayas are that long, right? The mountain range stretches from Jammu and Kashmir and goes up till which state? Tell me, it starts from Jammu and Kashmir and goes up till which state?
Arunachal Pradesh.
And where is Jammu and Kashmir? In which direction?
North.
North. And where is Arunachal Pradesh?
Northeast.
Yes.
Northeast.
So they stretch from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
The Himalayas. So the Himalayas now consists of how many ranges? How many parallel ranges are there in Himalayas? 3 parallel ranges. There are 3. So can you all name those 3 ranges?
The Himadri, the Himachal, and the Shivalik.
Yes. Himadri, Himachal, and Shivalik. These are the 3 parallel ranges that Himalayan range is made up of. The Himalayan range consists of these 3 parallel ranges. Then next, importance of Himalayas. Advika Gupta. Advika Gupta is going to read the importance of Himalayas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, begin.
Okay, ma'am. The Himalayas act as a natural
Barrier,
barrier and prevent the cold winds blowing from Central Asia to enter India.
very nice.
This keep most of the states in India warm even during winters.
Okay, that's it.
The
Nihit Agarwal, repeat the same line, beta. Repeat the same paragraph. The same line that Advika read right now, you have to read the same line, Nihit. Importance of Himalayas.
Ma'am, in 91 page.
No, beta, on page number 90, importance of Himalayas.
Ma'am, second paragraph.
First paragraph.
Ma'am, of the Himalayas acts as a natural barrier and prevent the cold winds blowing from Central Asia to enter India. This keeps most of the states in India warm even during winter.
Very nice. So, what do the Himalayas do? What
Ma'am, I is reading. Ma'am, the 7 sister states.
which page are you talking about, Krisha?
Ma'am, 96.
Why 96? When we are doing chapter 14. Everybody's chapter number 14 is open.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
How come you are on the next chapter, beta? Okay. So, what is the importance of Himalayas? What do the Himalayas do? Firstly, they prevent, the Himalayas are in such a direction that they prevent the winds blowing from Central Asia. The cold winds that blow from Central Asia. So, these Himalayas stop those winds from entering our country. That is why, because of these Himalayas, most of the states in winters are warm. If there would be no Himalayas, then what would happen? India would also be freezing cold, like other countries in Central Asia. Now, because of these Himalayas, these Himalayas are preventing the winds from the Central Asia to enter India. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is the second point? Arjun Bhardwaj will read.
Ma'am, the Himalayas stops the bearing monsoon winds from going further north. Therefore, the northern plains receive a good amount of rainfall.
Very nice. Pratishtha Singh, repeat the same line, beta. Pratishtha Singh.
Ma'am, I can read the same line.
Nihit, you already got your turn, beta. Lakshya will read now.
The Himalayas stop the rain bearing monsoon winds from going further north. Therefore, the northern plains receive a good amount of rainfall.
Very nice. So the second importance of Himalayas that we see is when there are monsoon bearing winds blowing in our country. When the winds in India blow, which winds are we talking about? The monsoon bearing winds. Which winds, children? Rain bearing monsoon winds. When they blow in India, these Himalayas do not let the winds go out from the country. That is why India receives a good amount of rainfall. If these Himalayas were not present, all the winds that are rain-bearing winds would go out and India would receive less amount of rainfall. But because of these Himalayas, these winds remain in India only and there is a good amount of rainfall. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the first point is the cold winds do not enter India. The cold winds that blow in Central Asia do not enter India. Second, the rain-bearing monsoon winds do not go out from India. Now let's read the third point. What is the third point? Why Himalayas are important? Shreyansh Patel is going to read. Shreyansh Patel, everybody put your videos on.
Ma'am, now can I read?
Shreyansh Patel, beta can't you?
Ma'am,
Yes.
the question.
It's not any question. You have to read on page number 91, the first line on page number 91.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, please explain the first paragraph.
Okay. The first paragraph of importance of Himalayas.
Yes, ma'am.
See, beta. Now they are saying why are these Himalayas important? This Himalayan range, the whole mountain range that is in the north and it stretches up till northeast. This Himalayan range is in India. So what is the importance of these Himalayas? So the first important that we learn is, have you seen the location of India on a world map? We all know the location of India on world map, right? So when we see the Central Asia, where Shiv Jolly, put your phone on mute. Everybody mute your phones. Shiv Jolly.
को लेनी है आप छुट्टी पे आ सकते हो
Okay, so we see now in Central Asia, the Central Asia is very cold, right? It is a very, which countries lie there? The cold countries lie there. So we have very cold winds blowing in Central Asia. Now, because India is covered from the north to northeast with these Himalayas. So what happens? These Himalayas stop the winds blowing in Central Asia to enter India. Is that clear, Noel? Who asked me this question?
Ma'am, I.
Okay. So now is it clear why they are important?
Yes, ma'am.
Himalayas act as a natural barrier. What is the meaning of barrier? Can anybody tell?
Ma'am, an object like a fence that prevent people from moving forward from one place to another.
Okay, barrier in simple Hindi is रुकावट. तो Himalayas act like what? They act like a रुकावट. ठीक है, रोकते हैं, किसी चीज को रोकना. You have seen on roads that police often keeps those barriers. Have you seen those barriers kept by police on road?
Yes, ma'am.
Those are
Yes,
what?
Ma'am.
They are what? Why are they kept? So that the public doesn't move in speed. Or if the police wants, they can stop the public. They can stop the traffic on the road. So what is that? That is a barrier. They put barriers. रुकावट. रुकावट लगा देते हैं कि लोग अपने आप रुकें. Similarly, Himalayas act as a रुकावट. किस चीज के लिए रुकावट है वो? To stop the winds blowing from Central Asia to enter India. Second, it doesn't let the monsoon bearing winds go out from India, because we need rainfall in India and rains are important. So Himalayas also stop the winds from moving out of India. Now Shreyansh Patel, you have to read the third point on page number 91. Where is Shreyansh Patel? Okay.
Ma'am, I can read.
Yes, Shreyansh, read beta. You are only raising your hand. Hurry up and read.
Farming is an important occupation. Rice, kidney beans, rajma, and vegetables are grown. Fruits such as apple, grapes, plum.
Beta, what have you read? What have you read? I haven't read. Most of the rivers that flow. Have you read from here? Okay, Atharv Mahendru is going to read now.
Ma'am, the same line.
Yes, the same lines.
Most of the rivers that flow through North India have their sources in the Himalayas. They are major sources of water in the basin states and also make the plains fertile.
Okay. Now, see, most of the rivers that are there in India, what is the source of these rivers? They rise from the Himalayas. The glaciers, those are in Himalayas, they rise from there. And what do these rivers do ultimately? They make the plains, they make the soil fertile. And why is the fertile soil good for? What is the fertile soil good for? It is good for vegetation, for growing crops. So ultimately, these Himalayas are a good source of rivers. What is the third point? Why are they important? That there are many rivers that are originated from the Himalayas. Next point. Who is going to read the next point? Noel Sahai will read. Noel, start reading. Okay. I think there is some network issue with Noel. Krishav, you start reading. Start, beta. Children, am I not audible today? I can see so many of you are not following my instructions. Is it because I'm not clearly audible? There is some problem in my network.
No, ma'am.
Krishav, what is wrong, beta? Can't you, even Noel did not respond. Even Krishav is not reading. What is wrong today?
Ma'am, I am reading.
Okay, Shaurya will read.
of the Himalayan range have a variety of trees and is also home to many animals. They are also a source of large numbers of forest products.
Yes,
State
that's all, beta. That's it. Now the forests of the Himalayan region. What do they have? There are many forests in the Himalayan region. Now these forests have a variety of trees, and these forests are also a home to many animals. They are a home to many animals. Plus, we also receive a large number of forest products. Fine. Is the fourth point also clear to all of you? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So now let's move ahead to states of the Himalayan region.
Ma'am, can I read?
Now, Krishav, have you found out where we are?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I read?
Yes, now read.
Jammu, Kashmir, Himalayas, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim.
Can I read it?
Sikkim, Meghalaya, Tripura,
Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram,
And Manipur.
Manipur, Nagaland,
And
the region, some parts, West Bengal and Assam.
Beta, you have missed one line. Arunachal Pradesh are the states located in
Himalayan region, some parts of the West Bengal and Assam,
especially the hilly areas,
are also considered a part of Himalayan mountain range.
Okay, very nice. So which all states come under the Himalayan region, children? Now see, there are two different books. What Krishav has read is not there in all the books. There are union territories also given, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it is different in some books. In my book also there are no union territories given. Krishav and my book are same. Rest, I believe everybody's book is a little different. So let's have a reading from some other child whose book is different. Who is going to read?
Ma'am,
Those who have already got a turn, I don't want you to read, children. Noel, yes, Noel, now it's your turn. Read. Noel, unmute yourself, beta. Unmute. You are muted.
States and union territories of the Himalayan region. Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, and Arunachal located in the Himalayan region. Some parts of West Bengal and Assam, especially in the hilly areas, are also considered a part of the Himalayan region, mountain range.
Himalayan
Ladakh
mountain.
and Jammu and Kashmir are the two union territories located in.
Stop. Yes. So we have, along with these states in the Himalayan region, we have Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh as the union territories. Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are two union territories that lie in the Himalayan region. Fine. Now, children, you'll have to learn the names of all these states and union territories that lie under the Himalayan region. You may get a question, name all the states or name the union territories that come under the Himalayan range. Now moving ahead to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Who is going to read?
Ma'am, I can read.
Pratyush Pal. Pratyush Pal.
Ma'am, can I read it?
Ma'am, in my book, ma'am, it is not given Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. It is only given Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, in my book also it is given Jammu and Kashmir only. So whatever is given, just read. Pratyush, and put your video on, beta. Don't attend the class like this. And all those children, these children whose videos are off, I have taken your names, and your names are going to go to Palak ma'am because you people are not listening to me.
Jammu and Kashmir is the northernmost state of India. Jammu has a number of mountains through this state, such as Shivaliks, Pir Panjal Range, and mountain in Ladakh and Kargil. Indus, Chenab, Sutlej, and Jhelum are some important rivers of Jammu and Kashmir. The Jammu plains have a comparatively warmer climate. The Ladakh region experiences an extremely cold and dry climate. The mountain belt of Kashmir and warm summer. The vegetation of this region depend on the altitude, varying from evergreen cedar, pine, spruce trees, and hillsides and valley to spare vegetation in the Ladakh region.
Okay, that's all.
Farming.
That's all, beta.
Ma'am, the voice is not coming clear.
Yes, it wasn't clear.
Can I read farming?
Is my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, can I read farming?
Yes, ma'am. I am going to read it out. Whatever Pratyush has read, I am going to read it again. See, my book is a little different from yours. Jammu and Kashmir is the northernmost state of India. Now it is written the northernmost state of India. I'm sure in most of the books it is not written like that. What is it?
ma'am, Jammu and
Ma'am,
Kashmir
same.
was the
When Kashmir was the northernmost state of India.
Okay. Jammu is its winter capital and Srinagar is its summer capital. Now we have two different capitals of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu is what? Jammu is what? Which capital? Winter capital. And Srinagar is the summer capital. A number of mountain ranges pass through this state, such as the Shivalik, the Pir Panjal range, and the mountains in the Ladakh and Kargil. Indus, Chenab, Sutlej, Jhelum are some of the important rivers of Jammu and Kashmir. The Jammu plains have a comparatively warmer climate. As compared to what? What are they comparing Jammu's climate to? They are comparing its climate to Ladakh. Ladakh region experiences an extremely cold and dry climate. The mountain belt of Kashmir has very cold winters and warm summers. The vegetation depends on the altitude, varying from evergreen cedar, pine, and spruce trees in the hillside and valleys to sparse vegetation in the Ladakh region. What is sparse vegetation? No vegetation at all. Sparse is like almost nothing. Okay, so it depends, the vegetation depends on the altitude, the height of the places. Somewhere we have vegetations from these trees to hillsides, in the hillsides and valleys to sparse vegetation in the Ladakh region. Now children, why do you think that Ladakh region has got sparse vegetation? Can anybody just make a guess why Ladakh region has got no vegetation? Is it because of its climate? Can it be because of the climate the Ladakh region has? No answers. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because it is extremely cold there. So there is almost no vegetation. Nothing grows over there because it is really difficult to have vegetation in places which are almost covered with snow. Right? So it needs a favorable climate. Good vegetation needs a good climate also. And a good climate is where it's a mix of both cold and hot. Now, next, who is going to read from farming?
Ma'am, can I read it? Ma'am, can I read it?
Ritikesh
Ma'am,
is going
can
to
I
read.
read it?
Ritikesh hasn't got any turn. Ritikesh, put your video on and start reading. He seems to be missing from the class. Ashu Gangwar is asking me, ma'am, can I read? Where is Ashu
Ma'am, please,
Gangwar? He is
can I-
not in the class.
Ma'am, please, can I read the
Everybody has
farming
got
part?
a turn who is saying I. Navira Salman. Navira Salman is there in the class.
Can I read?
Where is Navira? Aradhya Singh, Virat Yadav, Ritvik Arora. Put your videos on.
Ma'am, can I read the farming
Yes,
part?
Ritvik Arora is going to read now. Farming is an important. Ritvik, start reading, beta.
Farming is an important occupation. Maize, rice, kidney beans, rajma and vegetables are grown. Fruits such as apple, figs, plums, apricot, peaches and cherries as well as nuts such as walnuts and almonds grow here. Saffron, an aromatic spice obtained from a flower, is also grown in many parts of Kashmir.
Read, don't stop.
Handicrafts, furniture, woolen and silk carpets, embroidered shawls, dress materials, silk saris and fabric are some of the famous products of Jammu and Kashmir. Paper make is a popular industry of this state. People
Okay,
speak
stop.
different languages.
Paper mache. It is called paper mache is an important industry of this state. Now, children, we see there is such a good variety of fruits that grow here. And also they are talking about a saffron. What is saffron? An aromatic spice that is obtained from flowers.
Excuse me,
It is
ma'am.
grown. Yes. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, I want to ask that when I send the presentation to you, you said that make presentation
Beta,
again
Harsh, listen to me. Right now,
and-
we are studying this chapter. Don't bring that project work in between, beta. That will be done later. You can ask me on WhatsApp group whenever you get time. Right now, please, everybody is into the chapter. Don't break that rhythm. Okay? Whatever queries you have, you can ask them later. Then, we are talking about these fruits that grow here. We see such a good variety of fruits are grown here. Then they are also talking about saffron. Now, do you know what is saffron, children? What is saffron?
Name a color.
Color. Yes, it is a color of flag. But do colors grow anywhere? Do you think they're talking about the color that grows here? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Yes, then they are not talking about the color because colors don't grow on plants. They are saying that saffron is obtained from flowers. Now, what is saffron? Saffron is, all of you must have heard kesar. Kesar naam suna hai?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is kesar used in? Tell me. Do you know what is kesar used in? Kesar pista ice creams.
Yes,
Kulfis.
ma'am.
Kulfis.